And in that video, you were having a yellow duck in your hand, and you said to people, to your viewers, that I'm not asking you to manifest your dream goal or your partner or your career or whatever else. Just manifest this yellow duck.
Manifestation is about bringing something into reality.
But within 2 days, like one day after, next to next day, I was crossing through the airport and I saw the duck, a similar duck, in a gift shop. And I was like, oh my God, how is this even possible?
So you must have heard that sometimes people say like there is a fear of failure and also fear of success. People say if someone is constantly struggling in a job, in their career, or constantly struggling in their relationship, who is the person who is common in all those struggles? It's you. Universe doesn't care about your yes or no. No matter how many memberships she had, no matter who is going to train her, it's not going to change. Like it is said, we have to dream, we have to believe, we have to let go. What Buddha said. Buddha said, the beginning of gratitude, if you have nothing today with you, then be grateful that you are alive. Because you are alive, that's why you can do everything and you can manifest everything and create everything. If you're not alive, how can you even manifest? Or it doesn't matter then what you have around you.
Hi, friends. Welcome to the Journey Within podcast with me, Shobha Rana. In this show, we deep dive into the personal growth journeys of our guests. We try to explore the experiences, insights, and lessons that these individuals who have embarked on a journey of self discovery and transformation have understood. Our guests share their stories of navigating through life's ups and downs and then eventually becoming the best versions of themselves. These conversations also involve understanding our inner self from where we build perspective about our own life. So let's master our inner world on the Journey Within podcast. Before we get into this episode, I just want to share an insight with you. According to the data, 93% of our viewers are not our subscribers yet. Now, subscribing to the channel, liking and commenting costs you nothing, but it encourages us to keep bringing these meaningful conversations to you. So, a humble request for you to please subscribe to the channel and give us your support. Now, let's get into the episode. I am particularly excited about today's episode because this is the time of the year when a lot of us are thinking of redesigning our lives. We are setting goals for the new year. We are thinking of a version of ourselves that we want for ourselves in the coming year and, of course, for the rest of our lives. So, at this point, the conversations about our own belief about our lives, what am I manifesting in my life, law of attraction, the power of visualization, the power of goal setting becomes all the more important. And that is why I have got a world renowned coach to answer your questions about manifestation, law of attraction, power of visualization, and much more. He has been helping people discover their true potential, manifest their best lives, and transform their lives into the life of their dreams. Please welcome with me Ajaya Mishra on the Journey Within podcast.
Thank you so much, Shobha. That's a wonderful introduction. And I'm so excited to be on this podcast. Journey Within. So we are going to take deep dive into the inner transformation, manifestation, law of attraction, because law of attraction is all about the inner transformation that we are doing to manifest the things that we want in our life.
Ajay, a few months ago, I saw one of your video where it was written that manifest within 48 hours. Now, the title was very catchy. I clicked on the video, and in that video, you were having a yellow duck in your hand, and you said to people, to your viewers, that I'm not asking you to manifest your dream goal or your partner or your career or whatever else. Just manifest this yellow duck, and you'll see it within 48 hours. And you were speaking with such confidence, and I was like, we have all skeptical little mind, our mind has that skepticism. I was like, What is he saying? And why a yellow duck?" I opened the comments, and that's what I mostly do. I mostly read the comments. And oh my God, hundreds of comments where people were like, I saw the duck within 2 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. There were certain comments that were like 10 days also, but people saw the duck. So many positive comments. So I was like, I have to try this. It is just a simple 3 step process. Meditate on it, visualize it. I did all those exercises that you said in that 6, 7, 8 minutes video. I manifested that, brought it in my visualization, and then I forgot about it because it was not so important to me also, right? But within 2 days, like one day after, next to next day, I was crossing through the airport and I saw the duck, a similar duck in a gift shop. And I was like, oh my God, how is this even possible? This works. This 48 hours and whatever, you know, what was that? It wasn't just a gimmick, because if it has happened for so many hundreds of people and it happened for me also, I was like, I have to get you on my show and I have to help my viewers reap benefits from your teaching, from your coaching. And the viewers who are wondering what this video is about, I'm going to link this video in the description box. You can go to that video and practice for yourself. You can read all the comments. This is not a cooked up story. This is absolutely true.
First of all, that yellow duck manifestation is an amazing experiment, and so far thousands of people have done it. Like few, I think that's more than 1 million views are there on those videos. And like that,
And I can tell you how many comments. The day I saw it, it was 990 comments. I don't know how many are today. This is about a month or a few days back. So yeah, that was the status. So literally 1,000 comments, and most of them, I think all of them positive.
thank you so much, Shobha. And um, the one of the most important thing of doing this experiment, these videos, and few more videos are there, manifesting rainbow and some other stuffs are there. One of the most important thing is, when I was new to law of attraction, I was on a quest of understanding why some people are successful, why how our mind works. And coming from a lower middle class family from a small town, facing a lot of challenges, a lot of things, I was always having this big dream of creating a life, helping other people. And but we have been told, like, you work hard, study well, life fixes.
The formula.
Formula. First job was not really that good. I did engineering from one of the best engineering college, but I got placed into a very low paying, bad environment kind of job, and I was not at all happy. I thought this job is neither giving me any growth, not any satisfaction, and especially not solving my financial situation. So I had this thought, and I was working in that job really, really hard. I was getting a lot of recognition, but money was not there, satisfaction was not there, growth was not there. So I started asking myself, there is something wrong with what I have been taught. And then I deep dive into all the biographies of very successful people, business, like billionaires, uh, all these kind of founders, then athletes, and all kind of successful people. And I try to understand why they are successful and why not we. And we means, I have seen me, my parents, many people around me, they are very, very hardworking, spiritual, believe in God, always being honest, doing the right thing, but not making enough money, not having a good life, not fulfilling our desires. So why so many people are struggling?
So when you are doing everything right by the book and yet you don't attract the
Yeah.
goodness in your life, tell me why some people are successful. What separates successful people from the crowd, or what is it that the successful people do that others don't do? What is the recipe to success?
Yes, that's where the most important thing I found is, it's the mindset. Like, the first word that I clicked upon is the mindset. It's the mindset which is like really, really the biggest difference. Of course, they are also working hard. For example, like a rickshaw puller, or a grocery shop owner, or a cook in a local restaurant is working equally hard as a CEO in a company, or a billionaire, or a multimillionaire, or a startup owner, or an, for that matter, for an actor or even an athlete. So it's not like those people are not making enough to live a good life. It's not, it doesn't mean they are not working hard. And coming from that background where I have always seen my father working really, really hard, so I always wonder, like, if hard work is the key to success, then why so many people are not successful? And that's when dive into all these successful people's journey, I realize, I found out it's the mindset which makes all the difference, because that's when you tend to channelize your hard work in the right direction, and you have a belief system, the right belief system towards money, towards relationship, towards other areas of life, so that you start unfolding the right thing, where your hard work started paying you a bigger return. So what is this mindset? That's when I dive deep into understanding the mindset, and I read a lot of scriptures and many spiritual books as well. And that's where I stumble upon the law of attraction, which gave me like the kind of giving me the key to that success is like what is going inside your head, the belief, the thought process. Those are which are the main magnetic power which you have,
Yeah,
and that is attracting everything into your life.
Ajay, the law of attraction, manifestation have become the terms which are so widely used now, and they're used and misused in a lot of ways. I want to get into understanding them deeply, but before that, I want to start at a common, place where a lot of us are. We all know what we want. Like, I want that kind of a partner. Okay, I want this kind of a house. I want this kind of a job. We all also know why we want that. I want a partner so that I can build a good home with him. I want a bigger house so that I can live with comfort and ease and I can provide better for my family. Right? So we also know why we want what we want. Now, coming to the how of it, we also know how to do it because there are enough courses. There's so much information online available. You just go to Google and put a question of how do I do this. You get so many beautiful results, and so many of them are effective too. Then, also, why we are not able to transform our lives. Why do I still sit with the same, uh, you know, uh, condition of my relationship or the house or my job? Why am I still not able to have my best possible life?
The core thing that is important is their belief system. They may know why they want, they may know some tools, techniques and processes after watching some YouTube videos or Google or reading on some website, but what is holding them back is their belief system. That's why I always say law of attraction is the law of you. Means what kind of belief, what is going inside of you, that's what you are manifesting. We have to ask ourselves what kind of beliefs I am carrying regarding this area of life. Maybe money, maybe relationship, maybe job, maybe career. Like, so many of us has been programmed with so much of negative beliefs regarding especially two areas of life, money and relationship. And that's why, because of those beliefs are on a negative cycle, so when you are attracting, the law of attraction, like attracts like.
Let's talk about this belief system. What exactly do you mean by it? Let's say I want to attract a good partner in my life, or let's say I want to attract financial success in my life. How is my belief system going against me?
So first of all, when you desire, when you say, let's suppose when you are thinking about money or prosperity, what do you think? Like, I want to be rich, or I want to get a job or build a business which should bring me money. Or when you are thinking about relationship, you say, oh, I want XYZ kind of person, or he should be looking like this, he should be doing like this, he should be earning like this, or he should make me happy or take care of me and love me, I love him, like this. But all these things are like the goal, like the idea that you have for money or for the relationship. But what is the belief is, what do you deep down in your subconscious think about money, think about belief, think about the relationship. When we start growing, the moment we start hearing people around us, our subconscious mind start getting programming. So when we hear people, like when people say money can't buy happiness, or when people say money is not everything, or people say, like, maybe our elders, family members, some spiritual teacher, someone whom we respect, and they keep on talking all these things, but as you grow up you realize that money is one of the most important energy of transaction. To fulfill any kind of desire to live a comfortable life, to build a good life, have good health care, anything, money is the mode of transaction. So you need to earn good amount of money. You may not be want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, but you want to earn enough money to have a good life. But the belief, what the belief inside of you is saying, if you want money, it's bad. So now you want money. On the outside, you want to have money to have a good life. But deep down, if the belief is strong, the money is bad, don't run behind money. If you want to make more money, it's greedy, then there is a conflict. So it's like you are moving forward, but something is pulling you back.
When we manifest that we want to become rich, and there's a certain process to it, you have to work towards it, and when you work towards it, there are certain other energies that you will feel. You might feel anxious while putting in all those action, you might feel exhausted, and when you start going through those emotions, then those belief systems, they trigger, and they say, but you know what, money can't make you happy, or money doesn't buy happiness, so maybe it's not that important, or that negative self belief that you're saying, that starts triggering, and maybe then the we are not very clear about what we are manifesting, us go wrong. And that also happens in we are manifesting a good partner, and all of that. But we also keep hearing these things that, marriages are like this only. After the kid's life becomes like this only. First 2 years are good, and then it's a monotony and all that. Your subconscious programming is of that. So even if you manifest a good partner in your life, but your belief system somewhere, your subconscious mind is thinking like that, then you might not be able to sustain that level of happiness or that level of satisfaction, or the whatever you that good that relationship is making you feel.
So when our belief system is negative, even if we want something positive, because on the outside everyone wants something good in their life. Everyone wants good amount of money, a good career, good body, good health, good relationship, good life partner, happiness, kids, everything. Want to live in a good home, drive a good car, right? But deep down what happened, because of beliefs are negative, so that's why either you attract the wrong person or the wrong kind of opportunity. Let's suppose you attract a job but it's not paying enough. So now you are doing a job but it's not giving you enough money. You are trying to build a business but it's always struggling. So you want money but you are doing something which is not giving you the outcome. Or let's suppose you, if your belief system is negative regarding relationship, you attract a partner but he is not a good one. Or sometimes you attract even the right partner, but because your beliefs are negative, so you are not getting the right outcome. It means the person is there, but because your beliefs are there, and maybe there is, the situation is not really bad, but you are making up in your mind and you are holding on to small things or negative things only, and you are creating. So a belief is nothing but a thought that we keep thinking. So this is the definition of belief. Now beliefs start forming at early age when we are 5 6 years old. So whatever we read, whatever we hear, whatever we grasp from people around us, consciously, unconsciously, whatever is happening, we keep forming our belief system. That's why you must have seen people, they say, oh, I believe in God, I am so hardworking, or I trust and I'm so spiritual. Why I keep struggling in my job? Or why I always find the wrong person? Why I go from a breakup to another breakup? Now remember this, if someone is constantly struggling in a job, in their career, or constantly struggling in their relationship, who is the person who is common in all those struggle? It's you. So if something is going wrong all the time, once in a while it's fine. All the time in particular area, or you are struggling in particular, it means there is something wrong that is going inside you. Time the beliefs come from our parents, our family members, relatives, teachers, the kind of books we read, the kind of movies we watch, the kind of TV program we consume. So that's why it's important.
What are the ingredients to this process of manifestation, and how can I manifest the life of my dreams?
So first of all, when we talk about manifestation, manifestation is about bringing something into reality. How manifestation works, we need to understand that our thoughts become our feelings, or feelings drive our action, and our action create the result. This is how we create anything in our life. But most of us has been programmed from childhood to focus on only the last step, the action. Do hard work, study well, do this action, do that action, and that will create the result. But even if we are working hard, or even if we are taking action, but if the first thing is not right, like the thought process is not clear, not right, not aligned, then we cannot manifest. So now coming to the process of manifestation, first what we have to do, we have to set our vision clearly. We should have a vision, we should have a goal clearly, like what we want, what I want at this point of life, maybe for next year, maybe for next 3 years, in different areas of life, what kind of life I want to lead. First I should have that clarity. Then I have to check my belief, if I can, like what kind of beliefs I'm carrying, whether I'm feeling positive about this area or this manifestation or this goal, or I am feeling scared, or I'm feeling doubtful, or I have picked up some goals which are not even mine from other people. Like it is said, we have to dream, we have to believe, we have to let go of the resistances, like the negative beliefs. We have to take action, and then we manifest.
To know what I want for myself comes from a place of intense clarity about yourself. Today I can't be jumping from one want to another. How does one build a sense of clarity?
So one of the best way to build the sense of clarity is meditating on your awareness. Like try to take some time and try to understand who you are, what you are good at. And at any point of time in life, if anyone is not self aware, they have to look back through their life, like whether they are even 18 years old or whether they are 28 or 58. If you look back, you will realize there are certain things which made you really happy or satisfied or give you an excitement. There are certain areas where you things comes to you naturally, you love to do it and you are really great at it. And there are areas where you have always struggled. It's because it's not something natural to you, or you are not really passionate about, you don't really love to do it, but it's coming from by force from someone else, or you have picked it up from other people. So first of all, while setting a dream, we have to take some time and ask ourselves, and if we start asking, we get to know a better understanding of what I want. Now there, the one of the most important thing is we have to ask, is it something I really want to have, or is it something I picked up from someone else's life just because I feel jealous or just because I feel insecure? Because most of the time when people pick up the wrong dreams or the wrong goals, it's because they feel insecure and they picked it up from someone else's life.
Let's say I want to have kids. Let's say I have this desire, I want to have kids. Then thinking about it, that where is this desire coming from? Is this desire coming from the place where I feel enabled enough to give a good life to a child? It is coming from a very inner personal want, or is it coming from the societal pressure, or my parents are saying something, or all my friends have a child, so I want to have a child because I want to equate with them?
It should come from the joy of being a mother.
Yeah,
It should come from that
within.
perspective within, that I want to have child because I want to experience the joy of being a mother. Because when that is there, then when you have kids and there are a lot of new responsibility come to you will be able to manage them. And sometimes even in the challenging situation, you know that the purpose, you have chosen this path, so you have more energy and intention to handle them in a peaceful way. But most of the time when something is forced upon someone, like you go into this particular career, you don't want to do it, or you get it into this particular relationship, you don't want to be, so the moment there are challenges or the moment there is a friction, you tend to blame other people, or you tend to blame yourself, and you start getting negative. So that's why we have to ask.
Right. Recently my sister in law became a mother. And I remember when we used to have discussions about this earlier, um most of the times you start from the place of fear. You know, okay, if I have a child, what will change in my life? Am I ready for that? Oh my God. If I want to build a business, what will change in my life? I'll have to put in so much work. I'll have to build a team. I'll have to fund for their salaries, blah, blah, blah. So many questions. So immediately when you put a dream out there, these what ifs, what if I will not be able to generate enough money to pay salaries? What if this thing will not fly? What if I'm prepared for 1 year of funding but this doesn't go well? These what ifs, they occupy so much of space in your mind that your dream is going on the one side, but the other side, your fears and anxiety is also rising high. So how does one deal with this fear and anxiety that is going in parallel with their mind? Because it is hindering your manifestation, it is in clash with your manifestation. You can't want one thing which is going in one direction and one thing which is taking you or pulling you out of it. How will it even come alive, right? So you have to have a mindset which sort of should be able to understand and then build it in a way that you are not now fearful or you're anxious.
So that's where we come to the step 2 and step 3 of the manifestation process. First is about the dream part, or the
That we have
setting
already broken
set
down.
yeah, setting our, first we have a dream, then we turn it into a clear vision, and then we broke down into part of dreams that we are, let's suppose we want to fulfill over the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year time frame. Now when we have this thing, like you have decided, or that your sister-in-law has decided that she is going to be a mother, or let's suppose anyone or someone wants to said that they want to build a business to become rich or successful, or want to do something worthy. So now next step is the belief part. You have to understand what kind of belief I am carrying. There are both positive beliefs and there are negative beliefs. And if it's your dream, like you really boil down to a good dream that you really want to have, there are definitely positive beliefs, which are like you want to enjoy the motherhood, you want to really feel that gives you a sense of joy, you love kids and you want to have your own kids, and you, there are so many things that you really excited about. But then there are other things like how can I manage, how can I think, so the process, maybe the challenges of pregnancy process, maybe the delivery process, maybe after that how can I manage, how can I like, so many things. Or same way, like even building a business, like conceiving a child, like same way, like okay, I'm excited about developing the project, product or a service, but how can I market it, how can I reach to millions of customer, how can I sell it profitably, how can I make the profit. Similar, so we have to look at what are some of the positive beliefs I have. Definitely if it's a dream, you must be having some positive beliefs, and you have to strengthen them. And there are some beliefs which are negative, we have to let go of them. How we can do it, there are different tools, techniques are there.
Joe Dispenza has a book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. In that, he decodes that how your being a certain way is going against you. So you have to break what your current habits and patterns and belief systems and thoughts are to manifest or to live the life that you want to live. Right? There, he talks about how neuroscience and spirituality also interact with creating the life that you want for yourself and your transformation. There is also a concept of neuroplasticity, where you can rewire, reprogram your mind, the neural pathways in your mind, and align them according to who you are today or what you want for yourself. The old patterns you can break and then make those patterns for yourself, those pathways for yourself, by reprogramming your mind over and over again, like you said, with repetition exercises, with affirmations over and over again, that it starts aligning itself with your manifestations that you're causing. So, is manifestation another word or a synonym for neuroplasticity?
Not exactly. Neuroplasticity is a physical process of transformation. Like when we talk about manifestation, is about bringing an idea into the physical form. Like for example, you think about building a business, successful business. One day you start with that idea, maybe on a paper napkin or maybe discussing with a friend, and you have this, or in your meditation, you have this idea that I want to build a meaningful, profitable business. So that's the idea. Now you go through a lot of process, and let's suppose 1 year down the line, 3 year down the line, or even 5 year down the line, when you have that profitable business which is making millions of dollar and running well and meaningful, and that's the manifestation. Means anything that is idea, when you bring a physical transformation, physical form, it's a manifestation. Building a business, getting a job, being rich, having a child, getting married, all these are manifestation. Now where, but when talk about neuroscience and neuroplasticity, it's a physical form of understanding that transformation of belief is happening. So when we are talking about changing the belief, when we do affirmation, visualization, meditation, doing repetitively, if you change your belief system and consistently changing through different techniques like maybe autosuggestion, affirmation, meditation and all, so they have been studying for years that there is the DNA structure will start changing. So that's where, like for example, like say they say if there is some disease or some health issue is going in a family, it's not that that was not there before. In the gene, every all kind, for all the family, all kind of diseases or all kind of problems were there in their genes, but it's only with certain generation it get activated. It's because people now becoming a lot more anxious, lot more stressful, following a bad lifestyle, not doing anything healthy, or going through a lot of negativity, so those negative things activated. Same way, if we do positive things, life start changing. But before changing the life, if some scan can be done on your body, there are different ways. Like this is like a brain scan, then there are something called aura scan. So if some aura scan can be done, you can see a shift in your aura. Or for a bare minimum thing, how any individual can feel is, the moment you start doing these processes, you tend to feel a lot more positive, you tend to feel a lot more happier, you tend to feel a lot more satisfied, you tend to less anxious on difficult situation. It means the change is happening.
Ajay, what you're talking about is belief system and training your mind, programming your mind to feed the positive side more. Now, all of us have these little voices in our head, and that is, these voices are constantly talking to us. That self talk. And that self talk, whenever we are about to dive into something new, this self talk is mostly negative. Let's say I want to change my nutrition plan, I'm going to a nutritionist. In my mind, my goal is that in 3 months time my gut health will become better, maybe I lose some weight, whatever goal I'm going to with that nutritionist with. But in my mind, my self talk is what? My self talk is that कहीं लूट तो नहीं रहे, Are they making a fool out of ourselves? Are they telling me something that I'll not be able to follow? It is so tough to follow.
या फिर मैंने
Oh,
पहले तो किया था.
रिजल्ट नहीं आया. तो ये लेकिन नेगेटिव सेल्फ टॉक ना पैरेलली चलती ही रहती है. इसको शांत कैसे करें? ये एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट जो मुझे मैं बहुत बार फ़ील करती हूँ. आई एम माई सेल्फ अ कोच एंड आई कीप रीवायरिंग एंड व्हेनेवर आई गो टू दिस नेगेटिव साइड आई कीप रीप्रोग्रामिंग एंड ऑल दैट एंड आई थिंक दिस इज़ वन चैलेंज दैट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल फेस कि चाहिए तो सब कुछ लाइफ में, लेकिन जो डर है और जो फ़ियर है, जो मैं आपसे पहले भी बात कर रही थी, वो होने नहीं दे रहा है जो मुझे चाहिए. तो कैसे मैं इस डर को शांत करूं?
जो सेल्फ टॉक है, दिस सेल्फ टॉक इज वेरी वेरी पावरफुल. इट इज लाइक द बेसिस ऑफ द रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ द belief system that, or the beliefs that we are having, especially the negative beliefs. Now, what is the difference between a very successful person in any area and someone who is struggling? If you observe their self talk, if that person can observe their self talk, let's suppose even if you or anyone who is successful in, let's suppose, career and struggling in relationship, or successful in career and relationship but struggling in health part, if they observe their self talk, they will realize the area where they are doing fantastic, their self talk is very positive. Areas where they are struggling, the self talk is very negative. There is self talk going on situational basis, like this is the situation, like watching the video and responding. Then there is self talk going about self and about yourself and your goals, where the negative self talk is there. Like I can tell you, there is one example. There is a nutritionist who was my mentee, and she used to give consultation to many people for their weight loss and all. And there used to be a lady who was taking her nutritionist consultation from her, and she was not losing weight for 3 years, and she's coming from a rich family, no issue of money, she has all the gym membership, yoga membership, and she has this yearly nutrition membership from this nutritionist, and she was struggling. And every 3 months she used to come for consultation, two consultation, and say, ma'am, मैं try करूँगी. Then she vanished, and after 3 months she come back and say, I haven't lost anything, I haven't lost any weight, or I'm keep gaining, my husband is complaining, my family members are complaining, tell me what to do. And then she again vanish. So this nutritionist say, why don't you talk to my mentor, because your problem, your secondary problem is this going to gym, yoga and being consistent. Your primary problem is inside your head. And when she came for my mentoring, the problem was she was always criticizing her, because she has been carrying this thought from childhood. Like when she was as a child, she has been told, oh, you are little overweight, or you are chubby, or you are like this, or you are like that. And then she has a lot of negativity accumulated from childhood. So she was absolutely in lack of self-love. So she was not at all loving her. She was expecting that I'll give her some motivation, and I'll ask her to go for how to be consistent to gym, and I'll give her some lectures that why it's important to go to gym and yoga and all. I said, don't go to gym and yoga for some time. I said, take a month break from everything, anything that is making you feel like you are not good enough or you are struggling there. Take a break for a month. First, work on your mindset, like who you want to be, and start loving yourself. Start telling yourself that you are beautiful. Start telling yourself that you are good enough. Start telling yourself that you desire to lose weight, not for anyone else. Why you should lose weight? Because when you lose weight and get fit, you will feel better, you'll look beautiful, you will stay younger, you will, in later age, you won't have any health issues. It means you can move quickly. Then I gave her a set of 50 weight loss affirmation, which is there on our website, bigmanifestation.com. This set of 50 weight loss affirmation, I said for a month you have to say it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, so that it will go deep into your subconscious mind, and then it will start turning into your self-talk. So when you have this self-talk, change your self-talk, then everything will change. And when she did it, the best part, slowly, initially there is resistance of changing the self-talk. She felt, oh, ek hafta maine kar liya, kuch change nahi hua. I said, keep doing it. Give yourself a month time. You have given so many years of programming to the negative side. Give yourself 1 month to program positively. After a month, she started feeling better. And then I said, when you go to the gym or yoga class, what is your self-talk? And she could not understand my point. I say, when you go and go on onto that treadmill. What do you think? She said, what do I think? I don't know. I said, you must be looking at other people and must be thinking, if she is perfectly fit, why she is fit, why she is in the gym, or she is heavier than me. You are comparing and looking at other people. She said, yes, I do that. And I said, what you have to do when you be there, you have to only focus on yourself. You have to only talk to yourself that I am here for just for me. If someone is better than me, great. God bless her. If someone is in a worse shape than me, God bless her. But let me focus on this person who is here. 6 months, she lost a huge amount of weight that she was not able to do it. I kept on getting messages from her months after months. Now I have a better relation. And it not just changed her physically, it transformed her relationship with her husband, it transformed her relationship with her parents, it transformed her relationship with other people. When someone else was giving her any negativity, she was not at all ready to accept. It transformed everything.
Yeah, when you strengthen your own self talk, the talk that you do with yourself, when you make it more and more positive, then the benefit of that positive self talk reflects into all areas of your life. You know, you can't be doing a positive self talk in one area of your life, which is, let's say, your health or weight loss, and you're not doing that self talk in other areas of life, because all our areas of life, even if they are into different buckets, they're all still very interconnected. This really sort of reaffirms you and makes you that magnet that is going to attract then whatever is available at that frequency. If you are vibrating at a frequency which is radiating this positivity, which is within, from within, it's so positive, then you attract what is available at that frequency. If you keep being, you know, this is what I also keep telling my clients, that if from within, if the journey within is not happening, and this within is not aligned, and this within is not vibrating at a frequency where the good things are available, we feel that whatever I say on the outside, or whatever I make other people believe that I'm doing this, you know, sometimes we do things just to make other people believe that, oh, I, you know, I'm so particular about things. It's not about casting an impression on others. Whatever you are showcasing, you're not that person, right?
And
So
also
staying
you,
true to your own being.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also let's suppose while being true, if we realize that there are some self talk we are doing which are like really not good for us, or which is like destroying our relationship or our career or creating an hindrance in our growth. So if we are aware, we need to, rather than ignoring or rather than trying to showcase that it's not there, we have to work on them, because only when we work, we see the physical change outside. Like, let's suppose if your self talk is negative about career or relationship or anything, sooner or later you are going to attract that this exact same criticism from other people, and then you say like, oh, he or she is talking like this. So you must have heard that sometimes people say like, there is a fear of failure and also fear of success, people say. So sometimes many people want to be successful, but there is a kind of an anxiety or some belief is there, by the time you reach there, can you able to handle it or do the things that necessary. So everyone wants to be like this, kind of like reach the CEO level, but after reaching the CEO or close to that, they have this doubt, can I like meet that requirement, can I do it, can I lead all these people who seems to be more talented than me.
So I think the way we can tap into our full potential, or even discover our full potential, is by making this journey within. When we start you know, understanding what really clicks with us on deep within, and this is what I have seen personally in my life as well, in certain other people's life, that people who really are connected to their true being, and it's a whole journey to find what your true being is. Ajay, we were talking about the power of visualization also during this conversation. Now, there are multiple ways to visualize. One way is that you close your eyes, you meditate on it, you think of the life that you want and what you visualize for yourself, you know, in your mind. The other way is also through vision boards. Vision boards have existed for a very long time, and they're a very important tool. And what essentially is a vision board is that you put what you want for yourself, your top 5, 6, 7 goals, and you think about them. You look at that physical board in your room, you hang it at a place where you can see it morning, evening, every time you walk past that you know, place in your house, so that it sort of casts that prints in your mind, that you're able to keep it in your visualization, right? So I also made a vision board a few years back, and on that vision board I put up a nice beach house that I wanted, I put up a nice loving partner that I wanted, put up a toned body that I wanted, some money in the bank, the usual that everybody wants. Now, seeing that vision board every day, I was getting a reminder that this is what I want, and I was working also towards it. I'm not saying that I was not working, but soon enough I started feeling demotivated by my vision board, because now in hindsight I can see why I was feeling demotivated, because most of the goals, these are such big goals that they are not going to come alive in 6 months or a year or 2 years. Some of these goals are like 10, 15, 20 years long goals also. Like, you can't manifest a beach house and feel कि अगले साल मेरे पास आ जाएगा. There's a whole process and a whole timeline to it. So what is the right way to design a vision board for yourself?
I always encourage my student or mentee to focus on one idea. Dream big, start small. Do what is needed at this point. So this is like, you are aware, you become aware about what you want to create, the bigger picture of life. But what is the smallest thing I can do at this point, and what I need to do to achieve that? So when we are talking about vision board, the way is, many people make the same mistake. What you have to do is, either you have to make two vision board. One is a very long term, like, which is a bigger picture, and you are not worried about when it is going to come, but you want it to have it in your life, maybe a beach house, maybe that's whatever it is, the biggest goal of life, for which you are, maybe it will come true in 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years, you are happy. But then there should be a vision board, or either you keep those in aside and create a vision board for 1 year time frame. 1 year time frame are the goal that you want to manifest. Like, let's suppose, for example, you don't have a house yet, you are living on rent, and you are thinking about having a house. So what would be your first goal? Maybe buying a 2 bhk or a 3 bhk, maybe a flat. If you haven't bought a house yet, so maybe your first goal should be a beautiful 3 bhk house that maybe you are going to buy, maybe in 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year time frame. Maybe beach house, maybe then you will be shifting to a bungalow, and then maybe along with that you will be having a beach house, or maybe having multiple houses few years down the line. So one is like, what is the our next goal in that area, that should be there. Second is health part. Like I said, many people put the picture of a six pack ab or a absolute flat belly, rather than the idea should be someone who is fit, balanced, and doing some positive process, like maybe yoga. Maybe your focus should be on health part. If you're struggling, focus should be doing yoga consistently or running consistently. That should be the goal. Let's suppose someone is having a goal of running a marathon and never run a marathon. So focus should be, this year I am going to complete a 5 kilometer or 10 kilometer run. There is an interesting thing about which many people are not aware about. Interesting thing, or the power of achieving small goals.
Yeah, I 100% believe in that.
When you achieve small goals, when you tick, it gives you a lot of strength, it strengthens your beliefs. So the vision board should be focused on next 1 year.
You can have a huge dream for yourself, a dream that looks almost impossible, and all that. Start there, but break it down to smaller goals. And when you start achieving those smaller goals, like you said, we drive a lot of strength from those smaller goals, and they make us feel positive that, okay, if these 3 things are possible, I have to do maybe another 30 things for this big dream to come true. Ajay, I want to also talk about the contradicting manifestations. I'll take an example and tell you where I'm coming from. Now, suppose I want to attract a partner in my life that is very intellectually sound, who is into reading, who is very intelligent. Or let's say maybe I want to attract a partner who is very physically fit, who is athletic, who runs marathons, who is into fitness and all of that. But at the same time, I am not that person myself. Then what will happen? Will my manifestation come true?
Yes, there is, the answer is yes and no, depending upon the situation. Yeah. What one idea, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Right? It means if you are attracting a certain kind of person or certain kind of things, you have to be in that vibrational match with that. Absolutely right. But there is the core part is the belief that you have. Right? For example, one is, if you are intellectual, if you are meditative, if you are spiritual, if you are an optimistic person, and you are attracting a person like that, it is a lot easier for you. Let's suppose you are in opposite and you are attracting someone, but at the same time you have the clear belief that you are aware about the contrast and the challenges or the differences, and you are okay with that, you are fine with that, you are accepting that, and then you are manifesting. Because the other side of the person, there are different kind of person. There is one intellectual guy, he must be looking for someone who is absolutely intellectual. But let's suppose there is another intellectual guy who is looking for someone with a different experience, opposite experience, or a different setup. Let's not call it
Call it
opposite,
opposite
but
also, yeah.
different. Huh? But both this person, like this boy and this girl, are attracting, but they are attracting someone. They are thinking that someone should come with a different experience, but I'm happy to adopt and understand the differences. Like for example, few years back someone came to me and say that I'm very much in love with this celebrity cook, huh? And he's so attractive and so amazing, and can I manifest him? Or many times people ask, like, can I manifest a celebrity?
Did she manifest him?
No.
Are they in a relationship?
Yeah. So the point is, one thing is, let's suppose if you are, you have to have, let's suppose if you are attracting someone of certain energy or a higher energy level or a higher level, you may not be in the same field or may be someone like that person, like that successful learner, but you have to have some higher energy in some area so that the like attracts like should happen. When we talk about attracting who you are, it's not about only the designation or the profile or the profession.
That reminds me of one of my friends, she wanted to always marry a person in uniform. She's This was her dream because she comes from a family of people who have been in the forces. So she was very clear that I want to marry someone who's going to be in the forces. And she ended up marrying a person, a Navy officer as well. Soon enough, because the whole challenge of him being on the ship, him being out, him not being available at home started bothering her so much. She's like, it's become such a big conflict in my life. I was clear what I wanted, I also received what I wanted, but this moving goalpost conversation that you have to start, aligning your goals and change your goals also. Your goals cannot be the same forever. So maybe if your goal was that I want to spend all this time watching movies or spend this much time with him, but now when you've attracted the same person in your life, what you wanted is what you have, then you have to also take into consideration what their life comes with, the kind of schedule, baggages, good stuff, negative habits, all that they come with, right? So she wasn't able to adjust with that, and that became such a roaring conflict in her life, to a point that it became really bad. It became a very intensely negative phase for him and for her as well, for both of them, right? So yeah, I understand what you're saying. We get attracted to the shiny object syndrome that we were talking about earlier, that you get attracted to the outer shine of the thing, but you don't know what the deep within of that manifestation carries. So I think it brings us back to our point number one that we were talking about, having the clarity of your dreams. Yeah.
So like this example that you have given, when she thinks she has all the clarity or set her goal clearly, it was half-hearted. She was just looking at 50. Especially, let's suppose when you are trying to manifest who's professionally different from you, then you have to look at the other side of the story as well and try to understand. Or if you don't, if you get access, spend some time and try to understand whether that is okay with you or not. Because sometimes these people who are in an extreme success kind of or extreme kind of life, most of them also don't look for someone like that. Sometimes they look for someone who can bring some other energy, but they want to be understanding, they want to make them feel comfortable at that time, and they are very much looking forward to that, but they have their restriction. That's why another example is, many people, you must have seen many doctors and many IT professional, they choose to marry someone in the same profession. Why? Because they find it much easier to be in the alignment state. For them, it's like the kind of a logical choice that this person can understand my profession and similar kind of work schedule, similar kind of things, so they can understand. Because any successful doctor, they work a lot, and especially people who works a lot, and especially in a high progress work environment or kind of a profession, like whether actors, athletes, doctors, politicians, they always expect partner or family who is very very understanding of their need, because they are playing such a different level of game where they may not have a lot of time. So they look for people, they many a times they want someone coming from not the same background or similar thing, there should be understanding. And these people also have a lot of resources, facilities or prosperity, or many a times gain name, fame and fortune as well, because they are in the alignment. So either you have to attract someone in the same intellectual capacity, so you have to be in the intellectual, or if you are in a different, you have to understand the contrast and you are aligned with that and okay with that, and that is not a forceful.
We all are living in a day and age of social media. It's very easy to fall into comparisons. It's very easy to have a borrowed idea of success for yourself. I want to become an influencer, or I want to make these kind of posts, or I want to make these kind of reels because others are making and they're gaining success out of it. That is the half story. And the complete story is that person is shooting through the day, editing through the day, rescripting through the day, discarding certain shoots through the day, and then reshooting again through the day. They're working 18-20 hours a day. Now you being a wherever you're in your life, can you have that kind of a schedule? Can you live with that, and can you live with that consistently? Because success hardly comes overnight. Ajay, what would be your top 3 tips? What would be your 3 tips to be in a better alignment with your own true self, your inner self?
One of the best way to get it into alignment is meditation, meditating on a regular basis. It won't get you aligned directly, but it gives you that time or that energy to think and understand what you are doing, what you really want, what you don't want, what you picked it from other people, what is that shiny object syndrome if you are going through, or if you are really coming from deep within. Because when you calm your mind, you get to hear the right thing. So one is for alignment, one of the most important thing is meditation. The second thing, even meditation helps you, is to release a lot of negative baggages that you are carrying, and you are always living in a chaos and you don't want to be aware about it. So one is meditation. Second is visualization or imagination, where you actually start to see those things happening. You start to visualize that, okay, what I desire or what I'm manifesting, that is already happening. So you get to align more and more and more towards that. And the third is like affirmation, which is like changing the self talk. Changing the self talk, these are the like the top 3, and anyone can use it, anyone can follow it. Apart from that, there can be many other tools which can bring you alignment, depending upon if you are very much interested in certain kind of tool. Like for example, if you love to practice gratitude, so gratitude can bring you alignment because you are focusing on being grateful of whatever you have, what you desire. I have some people in our academy on big manifestation, that there are some people who have manifested everything only through gratitude. They don't apply any other tool.
You're talking about gratitude, and that is my next conversation. Most of us are jumping from one manifestation to other. We have made a web of manifestation around ourselves. There are so many things that we want in our lives, and if one thing doesn't come true, we jump to the other, then we jump to the next one. Now, this constantly manifesting also is making us not so happy and satisfied with our current reality. Now, if we have this energy within us that we are not happy about our current reality, it's not a very powerful vibration that we are exuding, right? And when we are not exuding a powerful radiation, when we are not grateful for what we have right now, how is it that we are going to have more in our life? How we are going to manifest what we are desiring?
And that's why I always say gratitude is the magic ingredient of manifestation. Because I have seen many people who are struggling in visualizing, people who are struggling to change their self talk, and people who are struggling to even taking action. They start with gratitude and just change. Now, how gratitude works, like you said, we are focusing on the lack. Let's suppose if I'm saying that, oh, I don't have money, I don't have relationship, I'm not good looking, I'm not good enough. So what I'm doing, I'm focusing only on the lack. Now, what is law of attraction? Like attracts like. If I'm focusing on lack, so what I'll be attracting? More lack, right? Whatever you focus, it expand. I'm focusing on lack, more lack will come. So now I start being grateful. Now, for example, let's suppose I'm not earning 1 lakh rupees, I am earning only 10,000 rupees. So I'll say I'm grateful for earning 10,000. That doesn't mean I'm removing my mind from, or shifting my mind from earning 1 lakh rupees someday. I'm saying today I'm earning 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. Let me be grateful for it. Today I don't have a house of my own. Today I have a small rented house. Let me be grateful for it. Today I don't have a partner with me, but I am with me, who is going to manifest. Let me be grateful for me. Today I may not be perfectly healthy, but I am alive. And that's where one of the beautiful quote Buddha said. Buddha said, the beginning of gratitude, if you have nothing today with you, then be grateful that you are alive. Because you are alive, that's why you can do everything and you can manifest everything and create everything. If you're not alive, how can you even manifest? Or it doesn't matter then what you have around you. So starting with being grateful for being alive is the beginning, and then being grateful for whatever you have, it means you are saying thank you for whatever you have. You are feeling grateful. So like attracts like.
Ajay, we have talked about manifestation quite deeply in this episode, and we have tried to touch it from different standpoints of aligning it with my true inner being, putting in that action that is required, power of dreams and small goals. We've talked quite a bit about it. Now, I want you to also help me in structuring or designing a manifestation. What is the ideal structure or design of a manifestation? Let's take an example. Suppose if I want to attract a partner in my life, or let's say I want to have a dream goal, what should be the language that I should be using? What should be the mindset that I should be going with? And what should be the following actions? Give me a structure to this whole concept.
Yeah. So let me give the example of manifesting a dream job, because many people who are in this profession, or who are in the law of attraction or manifestation domain, many of them, the first thing they realize is if they want to fix their life, they have to fix their career, right? And because most of them are working, the first thing is like get into a job which is good enough and which pay you well, give you some growth opportunity and all. So let's suppose someone wants to manifest a dream job. So first they have to frame that goal. They have to dream, they have to set the dream, they have to set the goal. So they have to sit and they have to ask themselves, take some time and think about like what kind of job I want, and be specific there. Wherever there are certain area where you can be very very specific, they can be specific. Okay, what kind of job I want, this is the profile. If there is any specific companies they have in mind, so they can even set that. They can uh, fix the kind of salary they want to earn, the kind of designation, the kind of experience they want to have. And this is the most important thing. When you want to manifest something, what kind of experience you want to have being in that job. So first taking time and writing it down, and writing it like as if I'm manifesting. So I am happily and joyfully working in my dream job in Microsoft as a software developer, earning 12 lakh rupees every per annum, and I'm having a growth oriented career, working with wonderful people, great teammates, great bosses who are always encouraging and supportive, and are learning tons of things to grow in my career
So, writing it in present sense as if it is happening with me right now.
right now.
Even if it has happened, not happened, it's just a manifestation, but writing it in present sense,
Because
present tense.
because manifestation is happening at this moment, right now. Also whatever you are manifesting, even if that physical form hasn't come yet, but the manifestation point is happening at this point. And this is one of the most important thing to understand. When we realize that manifestation is happening right this moment all the time, our doubts, our worry, our worried about when it will come true, how it will come true, will go down.
So that is the language of manifestation. Let's go to the next part, the mindset of manifestation.
So now in the mindset of manifestation, where you have to think about the belief system, now you have to ask yourself, now my dream job is set. Now, do I deserve it? Sometimes people set dreams and they really want it, but they don't feel deserving. So that's where I have to create a deservingness.
Or do I have the skill for it or an interest in it?
Yes.
Or
That will come in the third step. First, I have to ask, do I feel deserving? Do I have the deservingness? And then the belief side, like, am I really good at that programming thing? Or am I expecting, trying to manifest something as a good software developer, and programming is not my strength? So if that is there, these are the core belief part. Like for example, if you want to become a successful dancer and you don't like to dance, or you're not good at it, or you want to become a successful yoga teacher, but yoga is a very difficult thing for you, so maybe that's not the goal. Maybe you have to go back to the step one and reset and look for something else. And then you have to believe part. Now if you are feeling you are not deserving, or you are lacking on some particular mindset level, you have to do affirmation, visualization, and work on those side. Then you have to set an idea there, actually what are the kind of affirmation I have to do to get this job, whether in terms of deserving that job, in terms of skill set, I have everything. Then we go to the third part, where the action part. Before taking action, you have to ask yourself, do I have the skill set? Do I know? I love programming, but maybe I don't know certain languages of programming for which I can get this job. So then you start planning what kind of certification I can take, what kind of training I can take, how much time I can practice on a regular basis, whom I can approach, whether I have to update my LinkedIn profile, whether I have to apply on Naukri.com. And then you set a framework, set a action plan for taking action, and then you start taking action.
So basically, the structure to making your ideal manifestation is A, in language, you should start making it in present tense as if it is already happening with you.
Yeah.
Then we go to the next part, which is the mindset of manifestation. And that should be a positive mindset, a deserving mindset, and training and programming your mind to believe that. Then third is manifestation in action, basically aligning your actions according to what you're wanting to manifest. Let's say, like you said, you want to become a software engineer in Microsoft, having this salary. Then where is your skill? Is your skill already up there? Or if you lack something there, then how do you build those actions which will make you a good programmer or a developer or whatever is it that you're manifesting? So that's a structure to manifestation. Ajay, I also want to talk about one place where you feel, or one mistake that you have made while manifesting. You know, when we start reading and understanding law of manifestation and attraction, we all don't perfect it in the first time. You know, we all uh, start from a place where we have our own skepticism also about it. So is there any manifestation that you have done in your own life that has gone wrong, or where you have learned a big lesson from?
Coming to one experience which I had just like before knowing the law of attraction, which I always remember, and one of the biggest mistake, and why, how law of attraction made me realize how I have done it wrong. That I was studying engineering in one of the best engineering college in my state, and it has a very good reputation and very well known. And
Which state are you from? Which college?
I'm from Odisha. Hmm. So I was in the final year, the campus placement was happening, and all that time, I always had this desire, because coming from a family background where we have a lot of financial challenges, my always core goal was to get a job as soon as possible and start supporting our family. But like all these companies started coming up, all the big IT companies in those days, and I was one, due to one reason or another, I was not getting an opportunity to sit for the interview, or something was happening. And or in some interviews I got rejected, and whenever some good company was there, somehow there is a doubt that I won't get it. And then all of a sudden, but my friends, they always say like, we don't know how, why you are not getting a shot, because then they said everyone around me is saying that they are quite surprised that a guy like me is not getting a job. And then a company came which was offering the lowest salary that year, with worst work environment, and then there was a bond for 4 years to be in that job.
Oh my
And
god, don't tell me you got that one.
and and I got that job.
Oh my god, and you worked with the company for 4 years.
Yes, and I work in that company for 4 years.
No wonder you discovered your true purpose and passion.
Yeah. So what made me realize how I have, and for till that time I was thinking it's my bad luck and that's why I got this job. And जैसे होता है ना कि हमेशा होता है कि मेरे साथ कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं होता, इस टाइप के भी. One side I am optimistic, so that this is the story for everyone. Like there are many people who think I am very optimistic, but why I'm not manifesting. So I had this strong desire. I don't want to get it into this company, but somewhere the belief system is saying this company is going to select you. This company is going to select you. So I went. The funniest part is I went for the interview with a mindset that I am not going to get selected. I went to the interview. I gave all the wrong answers. And I
Really,
was,
for real?
yes, for real.
Were you placed with any other company? No.
No, because I don't want to get selected in this company. And the colleges used to have this rule. I don't know they have these days or not, that if you are not selected, whichever company is there for campus placement, you are bound to sit for it. You cannot skip it. Only if you don't get selected, you will be waiting for the next one. So I don't have any choice without sitting for the interview. So I sit for the interview and I decided I'm not going to get selected. I'm going to give all the wrong answers. So if they ask one formula, I gave another formula. I said, I don't know. I studied in a last semester. I don't remember. And I was so confident that I'm not going to get selected. And I came out of the interview smiling that I have done everything possible to not get selected.
Because you wanted to sit for the next
Yes.
company that was.
Any other company, not this company. So this is going inside my mind. And the result came and I was selected. And my name was at the top. And my friend told me, because this company is into construction and they look for people who are confident, not who are technically sound, who are confident, who can get things done. And they really, really like your confidence, because when you want to lose a game, prepared to lose a game, you are most confident because you are not worried about anything. So they selected me. I joined that company because I don't have any other choice. And there also I was working really hard. And that's where I had this quest to find out what is the secret. And when I understood the law of attraction, that's where I realized that during those whole process, I have a lot of negative beliefs about money. And I was getting attracted towards, even if I'm saying that no. That's why I say in law of attraction, universe doesn't care about your yes or no. Wherever your energy is focused, that's what you manifest, whether you say yes or whether you say no. If you say I don't want something, I don't want something, I don't want something, then also you are going to get that thing. And after that, I always be prepared. And let's suppose if I am struggling in some manifestation or some manifestation is taking time, I sit back and ask myself, reevaluate my beliefs, reevaluate everything, my actions, and ask myself, is my belief is right state? Do I have to make some changes? Do I have to do a new kind of tools, techniques, process to reset it so that I can manifest it? So now post that, I won't say I have done any wrong manifestation or anything. Maybe some manifestation have taken time, or maybe some manifestation on the journey I have realized that something more I want or something different I want, and then I shifted my focus or shifted my goal from one stage to another stage. But the similar mistake I have never done after that.
Tell me very, very precisely three big no's while one is manifesting.
One of the most important thing is, do not feed your mind with any ideas or content which is opposite of what you are manifesting. And this is the biggest mistake many people do. Because why? Like, for example, if you want to manifest a happy relationship, if you want to get married happily or find your partner and have a happy relationship, but let's suppose you are listening to sad songs. Let's suppose you are watching video or movies or TV series or OTTs which are only talking about betrayal, breakups, or heartbreaks and all. And there are and the entertainment industry is full of these things. Like, there used to be only sad songs at a time. So if you listen to them, you are feeding your mind with all the negativity. Same way, if you want to manifest, you want to earn a lot of money and create prosperity, but you are reading all about or focusing all on the news, and you are only saying that because someone somewhere is saying that all the rich people are bad or all the money are stolen and like this, and the economy is going down, so you cannot manifest it. Same way, if you want to manifest a dream job and you are always thinking about recession and all, you want only one job, so that job is always out there. But you think about how many uh, employees are laid off by some company, or how the economy is going down or going up or like this, it's not going to help you. So first of all, number one no is, do not feed anything into your mind which is contradicting to what you are manifesting. Second is, be aware about your self talk. Like, do not entertain negative self talk, immediately change the self talk that you are doing. Now the third mistake that many manifestors are doing is, rather than focusing on their manifestation, they are trying to teach other people manifestation or trying to solve other people's problem. When you are manifesting, and if you are not a professional coach, better focus on your manifestation and do not involve in others manifestation process or others negativity. That will derail your manifestation process. So be an example, don't be a coach from the beginning. And if they are struggling in their manifestation, better you can share a book with them, you can share a video with them, you can redirect to someone who is teaching it so that you can learn. And so much of content is available for free on YouTube and other places. But unless you really master it, you have to focus on your manifestation.
Wonderfully said. And I think while you were saying those pointers, I was reflecting back and thinking about my own life. And I think I made all those mistakes at some point. But we all hopefully learn to become better. So with time, I have started to, shut that sort of inner programming which has been there for years, and I've started really believing in positive things and cultivating a positive mindset. And how does it happen? And what are the do's and don'ts of this? It's been a journey for me, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers will also relate to it, that when you start sort of believing in something, when you start following it with faith, then some sort of transformation one can find in their life. um, Ajay, you're helping so many people transform their lives through manifestation. So, if someone wants to become a manifestation coach, what is the process to it?
Great. As so many people are more aware about manifestation and practicing and applying law of attraction, and those some people are applying in all areas of life, but some people deeply feel connected to the journey, like to the philosophy, to the process, to the spiritual transformation, and after mastering it they want to share it with other people. They deep down they want to be a life coach, a manifestation coach. And you know that manifestation is the word, the concept at this point. So those who want to be manifestation coach, first I always recommend that first work on yourself, apply, learn tools, techniques, processes, apply in your life, reset your life, note down your experiences. And then when you have some mastery, when you are feeling that you are confident, you are manifesting, then you step into the next step of becoming a coach, where the most important thing is being trained or being coached by someone, following a structured process, learning every bits and pieces of manifestation, law of attraction, how to become a coach, how can you coach other people, what are the challenges come along with it, what are the business side of it, so that you can position yourself well and you can actually help people deeply. And I was getting a lot of requests from people from last many years. So last year we have developed a program, certification program, for those who want to be a certified life coach, certified manifestation coach. We have developed a extensive, deeply powerful program. Now so many people have already joined that program and become a certified manifestation coach trained by me. And those who want to be manifestation coaches and start their life as a manifestation coach, as a law of attraction coach, as a life coach, they can check our website bigmanifestation.com, and they can be trained by my program to become a manifestation coach.
Wonderful. I think if one starts with the right intention of helping others achieve their goals and transform their lives, I think it's a very uh, becoming a coach is a very gratifying profession when you can really cause transformation for people in their lives. I think there's no better or bigger joy than that. So all the best to you doing all the great work.
Thank you so much, and all the best to you.
There are so many things that we have sort of learned from you today. The power of small goals, the power of your dreams, dreaming big but starting with smaller goals, the power of action, the power of believing, having that faith, creating that mindset, building that mindset, which starts working for you instead of against you. The right way to manifest, how to attract things in life. You've shed light and experience on so many things, so I'm really grateful for that, and I hope it helps us, our viewers, to manifest the life that they are desiring. That's my wish for everybody going into this new year 2024. I really hope and pray that everybody who is working hard, who wants to transform their life, who wants to tap into their full potential, I really hope that this is their year. Having said so, I'm coming to my last question with you, Ajay. The last question is something that I ask all of my guests, and there's a reason to it. See, the way we have talked about different areas of our life, we've talked about relationships, financial goals, career, family, partner, multiple things we have talked about. Now, when you're living in this life, which is so dynamic in a lot of sense, and so many things are happening in parallel, certain areas are going up, certain are going down, and you're finding your happiness amidst all of that. What would be your definition of success?
My definition of success is when you truly become aware about who you are, and you intentionally set your goals and vision for your journey of life, and you consistently take action towards that and turning those dreams, those goals, those vision into reality and living a truly purposeful life. Because I truly believe that the life of a human is all about growth, progress, and creating a life of purpose, satisfaction, and progress. So going forward and achieving your dreams, that's the best thing. That's the definition of success. That's what, because there are many people who set a lot of dreams but they don't achieve it. There are people who are not setting dreams, they are being part of other people's dreams. But people who are setting their dreams, setting their goals, and making them true, there is no greater joy than that. That's success.
Wow, that's a powerful, powerful definition. And it just mesmerizes me that how different people, different accomplished people look at success. There are so many ways that one can look at success and feel already grateful about the life that they have currently. And if they're not able to feel like that for some reason, they're feeling a lack in their life. I really hope that these conversations encourage them to start from the feeling of gratitude, the feeling of feeling already fulfilled, and that building on that feeling and the life of their dreams. Thank you so much, Ajay, for joining me on the Journey Within podcast. It was really great to have you.
Thank you so much, Shobha. Grateful to be here. We had an amazing conversation and it was truly insightful. I believe all the audience will love it and they got a lot from this conversation.
I really hope so too. This conversation helped me take my journey within, and I really hope that the audiences will be able to take their journey within with this conversation. Thanks, Ajay. Thank you for watching this episode. Here's a link to another episode that is also around the similar topic, and I hope you'll enjoy watching that too. Do support the channel, like, comment, and share, and help us reach a wider audience. Thank you.